Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. This is 𝐤𝐤 from Shanghai Silk Road, and this is Nick.
I'm Nick, everyone.
This is my business colleague and partner. So today we're going to be talking about actually a new kind of company that we started forming in China for our clients. So that new company, actually three types of companies, but you can combine them into one as well. So number one, we started providing dance training license, and also IT training license, and plus art training license. You know, some people and most of teachers working in China, specifically in Shanghai, they contacted me if we can help them with the English training school, but unfortunately that's not possible. But what we can do for you guys is, if you're a teacher, if you're an instructor, we can help you form a company in these three categories. You can also, like I said, you can get three different licenses, like three different company, but you can also combine them into one company, right? IT training, dance training, and paint training. Okay, so from now on I will be asking questions because Nick is the expert in these three types of companies, and he will explain everything from A to Z. So hi Nick, first of all, thank you very much for agreeing to join me in this video. So alright, let's start one by one, okay? Number one thing, what should clients provide in order to start this kind of company?
First, they provide the actual address, and just the actual address and the English name, and then we can just
start the process.
In the 2 days we can check the Chinese name on the website. The 2 days you can get the Chinese name.
Alright, so first of all, okay, let's start with the name. Because like everybody knows here in this channel that if we want to form a trading or consulting company, it's exactly the same procedure. Like they need to choose an English name. They give us several names, right? And then we go ahead and check it in the system. If it's not taken, then we can register it. Right? So
and then when the name comes out, then we can just to register company for you, and we will use the actual address.
So by actual address, what do you mean? It should be in Shanghai, right?
In Shanghai.
In any district?
Shanghai, any district is okay.
So what kind of actual address is that? Is it a space for the school, like for the training school? Or is it the office like this?
Just the office is okay.
Just office is okay, right? They don't have to rent space for the school yet.
No. The government will not to check on to check the place. Just show the actual place to us, it's okay. We just use the actual address to register company for your company.
Okay. So guys, once again, this is great news actually, because for different types of companies like trading and consulting, other types of companies, everybody knows, you need to have a physical office address, okay, in China. Not only in Shanghai, actually, this requirement is throughout China. And this is once again the evidence, he's an expert, he works directly with the government company registrar, and like virtual addresses, they don't work, okay? So even for this kind of schools, dance, paint, and IT training school, you need to rent actual office, okay? You cannot use virtual
office.
So you need to start renting actual office even like before we start the company registration, right? So in this kind of schools, you need to start renting an office before we check the name. Okay, so that's the requirement, guys. So once again, is there any size requirement for the office?
Just its office is okay.
Alright. Okay, so
don't need how big the office.
No need. There is no specific requirement. Alright, guys. So as you can see, I mean, in some places they claim that you need to have this certain office. For example, there are restrictions in terms of size, etc. But specifically in Shanghai, there's nothing like that. If you just rent a physical office, that will be enough. Okay, any part of Shanghai. So we can do it in Songjiang. We can do in all the other districts as well. Shanghai district, Pudong, like Shuhui, all these parts. So if you can go ahead, choose a place where you want to locate your school, and then rent it. So how long should the rent be? Like 1 month, 6 months, 3 months?
I suggest for 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah,
right?
because we need to take the contract to the office. So I suggest 1 year.
All right. So by office he means company registrar.
Yeah.
The government counter. So basically, guys, when you sign an agreement for your physical office in Shanghai, make sure the agreement is for 1 year at least. Okay, you can explain it to the landlord, and you say that I will be registering my foreign-owned company in your address. This is very important because not many landlords agree. You know, they sign an agreement. So it's better to speak to them, like frankly, explain them, so that your company will be registered in that address, and then you get that lease agreement or office agreement basically, and then they will provide us the original copies.
Original. First to give us the original contracts, and then we just to take the document to the counter.
Right.
But you need a sign.
Of course.
So I suggest you at Shanghai, because if you at Shanghai, you sign it's very get license fast.
Right.
If you're not in Shanghai, we should post everything to you, and then we will waste a lot of time.
Of course, yeah.
So if you're in Shanghai, we just can 7 or 10 days can get the license for you.
Get the license.
Yes, 7 or 10 days.
They don't have to go to the government counter, right?
Don't need it. They just your passport is. Original passport need to send to us.
All right. So if they are in Shanghai, they can just bring their passport, right, themselves.
Yes. The same day to sign the documents, and I suggest you go to Shanghai, go to 𝐒𝐤𝐥𝐤 /office by yourself, because when you go to 𝐒𝐤𝐥𝐤 /office, you can sign the documents.
Right.
Yes. So we just prepare everything. Next day we can take everything to the counter. So get the license will
be much faster.
Yes.
So okay, guys, once again, let me tell you. So basically the way it works is once the name is confirmed, you start, before actually you start renting the place, and then we go ahead and check the name and reserve the name, like confirm the name, and after that you will have to visit the government office in order to sign some documents for the application to register your company. Okay, company again. You can either choose it's dance school or painting school or the IT school, or you can combine all of them into one school. So it doesn't matter. I mean, it really depends on what you really want to open, what kind of business you want to start. So anyway, so you have to go physically, like personally, to the government office. Of course, one of our staff will go together with them, right?
Yes,
with the client, and then they will help you, with you. They will help you sign the documents, because the documents are in Chinese. But if the client is not in Shanghai, they need to send the original passport.
Yes, they just send us the original passport. We can post the document to you, and then you sign and post to us.
Right. Okay, so they need to post back with the passport again, right?
Yes.
All right.
This way you get the license. Maybe you need a lot of times.
A lot of time.
Because we post. Yes.
Right. Of course. So like posting takes a lot of time. For example, if you're not in Shanghai but you want to start the process as soon as possible from distance, maybe you're in Beijing or some other part of China. What you do is you have to post us your original passport. Okay. So. That means that we're going to use your passport, obtain the documents, company structured documents, and then we will mail the documents to you. Okay, and then you have to sign them again, post it back to us with your passport, right? So that we can process the application on your behalf. All right. So let's say all this documentation is confirmed.
Yeah.
After about how long they will get the license?
7 or 10 days can get the license. For your company license.
All right, between 7 and 10 days it's going to take to get this kind of license.
Now, when we get the license, next day we can just get the stamp.
So, just like other types of companies, taking the stamps, like we're talking about the company chops, because in China, all the companies, they have special chops, okay, for every occasion. I mean, for the bank and for personal use, etc., etc. So there are like 4 chops in total. So that will take only 1 day, right?
Yeah, 1 day.
Only 1 day. and it's included in our fees as well, so you don't have to worry about it. And that's it. So after that,
you can start a bank and start everything, every business for your company.
All right, basically, yeah. Once we get the license and the jobs, the bank process.
Tax.
Yeah, bank and tax.
Yes.
Okay, together we start, right?
Yes.
Right.
For the banks and you must go to the bank now because now
physically themselves they need to go.
Yes, to the bank and you can open the RMB and the dollars or Europe account and 3 or 7 days you can get the 2 accounts.
All right. So okay, so we get the license and we get the chops, okay, company chops. And next step is going to be tax registration and the bank. So for the bank, Nick is saying that client, like director of the company, in other words, it's called legal representative of the company, they need to visit the bank themselves. So when they go to the bank, they need to bring the passport of the supervisor as well, right?
Bring 2 original passports.
Yeah, 2 original passports.
2 original
basically.
passports.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's the same, like I talked about in different videos before. Just like trading or consulting other types of companies in China, when the director of the company goes to the bank, they need to bring 2 original passports. Original passport of their own, the original document, and the original document or passport of the supervisor of the company. Supervisor and director are 2 required positions, guys, even for the training schools like that. So a bank is going to take how long for this kind of business?
3 or 7 days can get all the accounts.
All right. So it takes between 3 and 5 days.
Yes.
They can get RMB account if they want to include some foreign account, like foreign currency account, USD, Euro.
Yeah, sure.
They can also do that. That's it basically. And from now on, actually, especially with the Bank of China, they don't have to go 2 times, right? Only 1 time?
Just one time for the Bank of China.
Right. Before, like, we worked with different types of banks here in China. Like, for example, ICBC required 2 visits. But in the case of Bank of China, client only need to visit 1 time. Okay. So after the bank account is confirmed, tax registration, how long that will take?
For the tax, fast, in 1 week can do it.
So actually, it takes only 1 week, right? 7 business days.
Yes.
And all right, let me ask you this: before the tax registration is finished, can they start the business?
I suggest you finish the tax and start the business.
All right.
And but for the tax, the legal need to go to the tax hall.
To confirm the ID, right?
Yes.
All right. So actually, this is a new requirement, right?
Yes.
Last year it was not there.
Yes.
So from this year, actually 2020, tax registration office, like tax office in Shanghai and most of the other cities as well, they are requiring the legal rep or director of the company to go to the tax department personally to confirm their ID. Okay, it just takes 1 day.
1 day.
Yeah,
yes.
and then it takes another like 7 days.
Because I mean 7 days because we need to first do it on the system first.
Right, yeah. So
I mean we do it on the system from you finish the tax in 1 week.
All right. So whole procedure, including the online application, it takes 7 days, 7 business days, just to be sure. So right after that, they can start the business. That's
sure,
fine,
of
right?
course.
Okay, they can start like enrolling students and advertising, etc., etc. All right, guys. I think that's great news actually for many instructors and art teachers, dance teachers, or IT instructors. Because like I said previously, they approached our company a lot, like especially teachers. With the question, can I start my own school? Can I start my own school? Previously, I said no, because like I said, English training or language training is impossible, right? But they can at least start this kind of schools.
Yes, this kind of.
Yeah. So this kind of business is very important, guys, and also very profitable if you consider the population size of Shanghai. Okay. I keep saying Shanghai because right now we are only doing this type of school in Shanghai only, not in different cities. So population of Shanghai right now is little more than 24 million, close to 25 million. And all of these people are your potential clients. Okay, you can start this kind of school, and the probability of becoming successful in this field is actually great. And especially, like I said, there's no option to open an English school. You can at least start this kind of, you know, training schools like art, dance, and IT school. And through this, you can, you know, train the kids like in English. You don't have to speak Chinese, right, to teach them. So you can, okay, let's talk about the employees. Like they can hire local employee, local staff.
Yeah, sure.
And they can hire foreign staff as well.
Yes.
All right, so when you open this kind of school, like Nick says, you know, there's no restriction in terms of employment. You can hire foreign experts, foreign teachers, and you can also hire local teachers, okay? Like I said, it's one of the great opportunities, especially now, because, you know, since January, since this pandemic started, actually, you know, all this virus started, a lot of schools, English training schools have been affected, you know, by the virus. So now it's kind of you know, a great opportunity for them, because market in China, life in China have fully resumed, right? And now there's no restriction in opening, you know, training schools, because you know, people are kind of sending their kids to the training schools. All right, so I think this is all about this type of business, right? Yeah. So if you want to open this kind of school, please let us know, and we will be more than happy to help you.
Yes,
right?
sure.
Okay, thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next videos.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.